Mic test, testing, testing. Okay. So you guys know I'm a 6, right? Okay. My name is obviously Vincent Cheng, if you haven't already know. But I think that name wouldn't mean anything to you if I don't know how to give you value. Am I correct? Yes. Just say yes, lah. Okay. I'm a person who likes to engage the audience rather than just facts. Hopefully you guys don't feel asleep, lah. Somehow it's a very difficult session for me. You guys just had your coffee and lunch, and it's like the last part of the evening. Right. Okay, so formal introduction. My name is Vincent Cheng. I've been on online marketing since 7 years ago. I work from home. My chairman and CEO is Victoria and Valerie and Joanne. Vicky and Valerie being my daughters, and Joanne being my wife. Okay, how did I come up with the name called JeVince as my company name? It's actually Joanne and Vincent. Okay, right. So we say JeVince wouldn't sound cool, so we make it Frenchy a bit. So it's called Je. Can you say it with me? Je. Okay, cool. Right, so it's called JeVince, okay? So it's a bit French. I'm not French anyway, I'm a 100% Malaysian Chinese, born and bred in KL, okay? My parents came from, one from Kedah, one from Malacca. Both work in the aviation industry, but they didn't meet there, okay? Because my father was an Air Force soldier. So my mom liked sturdy young men with a lot of muscles in there, you know? So that attracted my mom. And as a product of that, my elder sister Shirley and I came out. Okay, sorry, I'm talking too much about my life, but also there's a reason for that. Okay, so you hang on with me. Apart from that, I'm also the founder of Malaysian Business Network. I don't know how many of you actually heard of that. Let me just see a show of hands. Nobody from this room. What one? Seriously, yeah, yeah, from Facebook. Okay, 1 out of how many are you looking at? 15. Okay, so I have a lot of work to do, lah. So I'm not that great as an online marketer, lah. So I got to work harder. Okay, right. So today you guys are gonna basically take away this, a strategy where you can use for your business, using online as a channel. Just to engage you guys further, how many of you have a Facebook account? Okay. Everybody, huh? Even if you don't have, it's okay. You don't have to lift up your hands. I'm not here to embarrass anybody. I'm just here to say that Facebook is mainstream. Okay, the first thing you want to jot down in your notes is just this. Okay, mainstream. Okay, just remember that. Whatever that goes mainstream is something which has hit a tipping point. A tipping point means a lot of people have been using it already, and it becomes a de facto standard already. Pretty much like the Star newspaper or New Straits Times being the #1 and #2 mainstream newspaper media in Malaysia, lah. Okay, so Facebook, I think, in my opinion, other gurus may want to correct me, but I would think personally that Facebook is the de facto standard at this point in terms of online social marketing. Search marketing is Google, lah. Okay. So search is dominated by my buddy there, Malcolm. He's a search engine optimizer. Okay, so I'm the social side of things. So I'm a social media marketer. He's a search engine marketer. So we combine and get married, lah. Okay, right. So first thing you may want to know before you market online is basically, as you have heard from Jack, you guys understand the Enneagram personality. I come from, I study this, this is not created by me, this is another personality profile, which Jack may know. I'm sure you guys have heard of MBTI, I don't know how many of you have heard of that. MBTI, there's another one, Myers-Briggs. Okay, this is DISC, and of course there's Enneagram, there's also a lot of personality profiles. So whatever which he has mentioned just now is actually very, very relevant to this slide. Enneagram, I think it's much more extensive in terms of defining personalities. So the reason why we have to understand personalities before we market online is because Facebook is a social media. Okay? Right? When you talk about social media, right, the first thing that comes to your mind in terms of this word is what? Can I hear some suggestion? When I say social, what are other words that come to your mind? Network, okay. Some more? Social walk, come on. Other? Conversation. Some more? Interaction. Okay, that's enough lah. Maybe if I keep asking the 2 hours of slot, I put in enough to finish everything. Okay? Okay. The word which I was trying to get at was this. When you talk about social, it's about human beings. It's about humans, right? You see, well, if you come from an old school marketing kind of education, you're taught what we call the 4 Ps. Price, product, positioning, packaging, whatever, right? Nothing to do with humans, right? You guys may want to correct me if I'm wrong. You guys Google who came up with that. It was an accountant. Teaching you marketing. Google that, please. I could be wrong, okay? But please check it out. So you are using 4 Ps, came out by accountants, and today we are talking about social media. Nothing to do with numbers, social. Social is about, emotions, personalities, characters, tone, body language, different ways of communication, how to approach different people. Okay, first thing you need to understand, my limited view of personality, of course, in terms of is towards this DISC, which has been extended by Jack already. Dominant people is people like this. They will talk like this. Shut up and listen to me. You don't play a fool. Do this. Okay? That is dominant. Okay? Now I can take away that and relax a bit back. Now I have to, this is like acting class for me, Influential people say, can you listen to me? Shall you listen to me? Or can you do this for me? You guys getting this? The different ways and people. Okay? Steadiness are like, I should listen to this guy. I think listening to this guy will bring me prosperity. Steadiness. Compliant is, I will listen to this guy and give my life and soul and sell my spirit to him. That is compliant. People who are compliant. They are followers to the max. The first two, dominant and influential, are leaders. Steadiness and compliant are followers. But the steadiness guys, they follow not blindly, but compliant sometimes they follow out of fear. You may want to map it back to Enneagram lah, okay? But this is the hindsight which I have about personality. Why am I talking about this is simply because we are on social media. If we are on social media, naturally we need to understand human beings before we even market to them. Cool? Yes? Just say yes? Yes? Okay, right, my 6 is kicking in again. All right, so we have to understand human beings before we even do marketing. Okay? Agreed? Yes? Yes? Okay, cool. At least there's some energy. All right. So after understanding this, DISC personality and Enneagram exist in Facebook because there are 800 million of them on Facebook. Now you guys see the relevance of this slide and whatever which you have learned just now from the previous session. Okay? So understanding human beings is important before you do social media marketing. That's the statement I ultimately want to make about this slide. Okay? Second thing is, we also need to understand generation gap. Do you know that the baby boomers are your fathers and mothers who are born before 1964 and after 1945, they talk differently one. And normally, cool. I like you guys nodding. Cool. Right? Normally they will talk like this. Son, go to your bed. You better do this. If you don't do this, you'll lose out. Correct? Correct? So what personality is that according to DISC? Normally baby boomers, okay, the older generation people, have this, and I don't blame them, you know why? Because their forefathers, which are the builders, the generation before them, is the one who actually carried them as a baby to survive in a war, you know, Japanese war, whatever, World War II. So if they don't give clear instructions and steady instructions to you, if they play with you like an influential guy or steadiness guy, suddenly they may step on whatever minesweeper or what, explode and die, right? They are taught to actually go by instructions. They are brought up by fear. Fear of losing, because there's no abundance of what we call internet today. You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay? Don't blame them. Okay? I have worked with actually a CEO of a multinational company who actually have a very disconnected communication with his teenage or his young adult kid. So I said, sir, you shouldn't do this because we are of Generation Y. We like freedom. Later you understand more about Generation Y. We like to have fun while we work. Cannot separate business from work one. It has to be together one. Later I'm going to illustrate further. Okay? So baby boomer are like people who are also say these words like that. Hey, boy, if I click this, I scared the hard disk explode lah. If I click this after the thing screen no more, how? Oh, hey, this one, what is this? This mouse thing here. Okay, they will have this thought because it's just a different generation altogether, right? So you have to understand, you don't judge them, try and bridge the gap, okay? So Generation X, they are born together with the internet as it grows up as a baby using TMNet 1515, Dial-up 5616K, 33.6K, Netscape Navigator, InfoSeek, you know, those kind of first generation stuff on the internet, okay? And as they grow up, they also has been, somehow being parented by the baby boomers. So they are not as rebellious or fun-based human beings. They are a balance between Gen Y and baby boomers. You guys getting this? Natural, right? Yeah. Right. So Gen X is a bit more serious, but they also can fun a bit, but they are not so fun lah. Okay, I'm confusing you guys already. Okay? Right, so that is Generation X. Okay? So Generation Y, how many of you born between 78 and 2000? Okay, practically 60% of the room. Interesting. Okay? I purposely put 1978, not 1980, because I'm born in 1978. Okay, according to Wikipedia or whatever, different sources say different years will start the Generation Y. Okay, so I want to be included to be young. I'm 33 this year with 2 kids. Okay, right, pardon? Huh? Okay, there's no textbook that says that, so I can't do that for you. Right, okay, so Generation Y, if you check Wikipedia, I think it's 1980 or 1978, I don't know which one, but some books say 78, some book, I don't know, I don't know, some books says 80, some say 82, I don't know. Okay, but since I'm the speaker, then I can do whatever I want lah. Okay. Okay, so actually born between 1978 to 2000 now. Okay, so it's between I think 11 years old to 33 years old. Okay, actually this slide has been used for 2 years already, but it still stands lah. As you can see, it started 9 to 31. Actually, it's 11 to how many? 33. Okay, includes me, right? Okay, cool. So Gen Y, born already, Papa, Mama got fixed deposit to be inherited from them. Born already, got some nice car to inherit from them. Born already, we are put through education of 100 to 200,000 in some private college. Born already, we have allowance from our parents when we go to school. Spoiled brats. Okay? But I'm not saying that I should be included in that when I say that. Huh? Okay? So we are a generation not of suffering. We are a generation of hedonist, pleasuristic human beings. Okay, if you allow me to say that. Okay, we are taught to have fun. We are taught to enjoy life. Life is easy. There's no war. There's no bomb. You guys understand this, right? Okay. Yes, my 6 is kicking in. I'm very insecure now because you guys are not responding to me. Did I say something wrong? Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. Right, okay. So Gen Z, wow, even best. Born already, iPhone, can use, Papa, 2 years old, my kid. iPhone, iPad, you know. I don't have an iPad, okay? Simply because I think there's no need for one at this point. But some of you may disagree with me, okay? Because I have 6 computers at home. Okay? Everywhere, the kitchen got one, the room got one. Okay, when I do presentations, I use slide big like this. I cannot show you the iPad thing. I don't even have a connector to connect to this thing because the iPad connector is pretty much different from this VGA thing. Okay? So Gen Z, they are even best now. Born already, the internet already mature to Web 2.0, Web 3.0, whatever zero you want to name it. Okay? So we have 4 different generations living differently. And when, of course, when you deal with Facebook, they also deal with Facebook differently. Correct? So chances are baby boomers won't be on Facebook that much, am I correct? Or I even have talked to some Dato, which is of a big stature, I cannot name his name. I talked to him and said, okay, sir, okay, do you have Facebook? I said, I have, but my username and password is my daughter. Okay, okay. So think about that. Don't judge them. If you feel it's funny, laugh here, but don't go out there and laugh in front of them. Okay, right. Where were we? So we have practically finished the second slide. Okay, so some of you may have nephews and nieces which are Gen Y or Gen Z. Okay, you observe them, you somehow find out their life is full of enjoyment and pleasure, right? Because they don't need to suffer like the baby boomers. So don't judge the baby boomers. Try and bridge the gap. Okay.